Libor Komárek is a coach, lecturer, and psychologist who will help students and graduates with the transition between university and the labor market. And I will leave the presentation to him now.
Okay, thank you very much for introducing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, guys. My name is Libor, and I'm here to help people to find out their core strengths and to develop them. As Božena said, I'm coach, I'm psychologist, and I'm lecturer. And my today topic is how to pitch. And maybe for someone of you can be the pitching or the pitch something like a buzzword. And I have to agree that sometimes we really overuse it, but I think that in plenty of situations it can be really helpful, and it can be really important to have prepared the perfect pitch or just a pitch. And today I would like to show you how do I think it's important, and maybe to show you some tips or some steps how to think about your pitch and how to be prepared. Why do I think it's important or it should be important? Because of my experience. I had worked at Career Center of Maastricht University for 4 years, and I had met really a lot of people, a lot of students and graduates who are creative, who are really complex in the thinking, who are really or who were really motivated to get some job or to maybe create their own opportunities in science or even in some own businesses and so on. And their only pain was their presentation and was their pitch. So they had the skills, they had the competencies, but they don't know how to present it, how to speak about it properly, to understand, to be understandable. My second core experience was when we were setting up our own company, and we were in one entrepreneur accelerator. And again, it was really interesting for me because there were many people with great ideas, with great company ideas. Many of them was really award-changing and working with really high ideas and so on. But their presentations were not good, and it were again. It were very difficult to understand them. It were very difficult to know why their idea is so great, and so on. And my third core experience is from my PhD, because I'm still a student at the Maastricht University, and 3 times for term we had meetings or seminars about our presentation and about presentations and about our research. And you know, it's really frustrating when you are from the same field of science as your colleagues, but after their presentation or after their pitch, you don't have any clue what it's about. And I think that's not mistake of me, but it really is issue of the presentation and of the communication of science, of research, and of these complex ideas. So that's why I think it can be important, and it's important to think about great pitch and about maybe communication at all of our ideas, of our research, and of ourselves. I think that sorry, because I would like to ask you now, when do you use your pitch the most often? I don't know if you know Mentimeter, but I'll send you a link to the chat, and you can log in to the Mentimeter, and you will see this presentation, and you will see this first question, and I would like to ask you to answer it. In which situation or on which setting do you use your pitch the most often? I hope it's working. Yeah, nice. We have two first voters. If the link is not working, you can just write the www.menti.com and use the code you can see up the slide. But I think it's working because we have 11 voters. Okay, maybe we can wait for some few more seconds. Don't be afraid. It's not only question I have for you, so don't close it. Okay, we have 18 voters, and most of you are using pitch in some grant funds or investors setting. So I supposed when you need some support, financial support, and so on, at conferences, yeah, at university, logically, and maybe for someone it can all of these be the work. Okay, thank you very much. We will continue in this questions, so please don't close it, and I can continue. I think that you all know the story about the first pitch at all. I'm not sure if it is true, but because there are many versions of this story from American businessmen who wanted funded their ideas and so on. But what is really true that the perfect pitch should last as long as one journey in the elevator. And my second question is, how long do you think should be the perfect pitch in seconds? You can use the scale. Okay. It's around 100. It's the mean of your ideas. Okay. Thank you for voting. Yeah, it can be between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. So your mean of your votes are the maximum of the great pitch. So okay, between 30 seconds and 2 minutes. And now, because I have only 20 minutes, I think I have for you just two rules to follow if you will think about your pitch. And the first rule, and I think that's the crucial rule, is take your time and prepare yourself before you start presenting or you start pitching. And maybe now you are thinking about, okay, that's logical, that I need to be prepared. It's nothing new. Thank you for nothing. But I have for you 3 steps you should think about, and 3 steps you can follow to think about your pitch. The first step and very important step is your audience, and is definition of your audience. You should know who are they, because the settings are changing with your audience. It's differ if you have audience from the investors, or maybe colleagues, or maybe colleagues from your field specific, or maybe colleagues scientists, but from a different field of knowledge, and so on. And language you should use depends on this audience, and on knowledge your audience have, and so on. So it depends on if you use some complex sentences, or maybe some specific word for your field, or maybe you should use really basic language, basic sentences, and maybe in some situation you need to be more conceptual, and in some situation you need to be more straight, and so on. And this all depends on this language. Also, if you use formal or informal language, in some situation you should not use formal language, and you really need to be more friendly, and more open, and so on. And the third thing is it's great to know what they want or what they need, because you have some need you can achieve, and they have also some need, and it's great if you can find some connection, and you can find something in common. And I really like to think about it like about the currency. These needs are something like a currency of your presentation, or of your pitch, and of your goals. So you wrote down that in the most situation you need pitch is about funding, and maybe here is great to know what the investors want invest to. Oh, okay. For example, if the investors want to invest their money to some ideas which are industry specific, or to some ideas which are really huge and world changing, and so on. And it's great to use it in your pitch and in your presentation. So that's the step first, to define your audience, to know your audience, your target group. The step 2 is to set your goal, to set your aims. And you really should know what do you want to, or what do you need to achieve via your pitch. Because for your audience, it's really difficult to know it. What do you want to say, or what do you want to achieve, if you don't know what do you want to achieve? So that's your responsibility to know it and to think about it. Maybe you want money. Maybe you want just a contact. Maybe you want to cooperate with someone. Maybe you want to only to introduce yourself or your research, and to make it in common knowledge, and so on. And also, you should know what should be the next step, or should be the next steps. If it is a contract, or if it is some another meeting, longer meeting, you can use, or just changing or exchanging your contact cards which is really difficult in this online world. So maybe exchange your email address or LinkedIn profile or something like that. But you should know what should be the next step, and you should use it also in your pitch and in your presentation. And it doesn't matter if your pitch will have just 30 seconds or 300 seconds. It doesn't matter. And if you know your audience, and if you have if you set your goal or your aim, you need to select information you want to say, or you need to say your audience. And the really important thing here is a time, because as I said, the pitch can have just 30 seconds. It can have 2 minutes, and it can be maybe 5 or 8 minutes, or you have 20 minutes presentation and so on. And the information you will use really depends on this time. So you really need to know how much time do you have for your presentation, and then use the information. The tip here is firstly, don't think about the time, and don't think about the boundaries or some edges of your presentation. Just sit down and write down every information you know about your topic, you know about yourself. Just make the small brainstorming with the brainstorming rule. No answer is wrong. Just answer you don't write down. That's the wrong answer. But brainstorming is really open. So make this brainstorming, and then you can box it into three section. The section 1 is information I really must say. You have to say it. It not depends if you have 30 seconds or 2 minutes. It's the crucial information for your topic, for your research, for your aim, and for your audience. That's the first. The second is information nice to say. It can be information more about context, for example, more about the history of your research, or history of your topic in whole wide, and so on. Maybe some side theory or side researches and so on. And the third section is in case of. I really like this section because it can be in case of anything. It can, in case of you will have a plenty time to go. You will have questions from audience, or maybe only some interest from audience, and you will need to use some more information. So we have 3 steps in this preparation, in this rule 1. It's funny because I'm not so into rule guy, but I think this rule is really helpful to think about it and to follow these 3 steps: your audience, your aims or goals, and your time or select information you want to share with your audience. And now it's time for the second rule, because I promised you the 2 rules. And the second rule is maybe a little bit scary because you have only something between 10 and 20 seconds to catch the attention of your audience. Just something between 10 and 20 seconds. It's around 1 or 2 sentences. It's really not many. And it's tricky in this online world because, and you saw it maybe, the first 2 sentences are mainly Okay, guys, can you hear me or not? Okay, no, it's not working. Okay, can you see my presentation? No, it's not working. Maybe now. Okay, and that was 2 minutes. 2 minutes, the first 2 minutes of your speech, and it's just about this technical issues and so on. It's not wrong, but that's tricky because that's the time for catching attention of your audience. So, for example, my first two sentences may be decided if you are listening now, or if you are thinking about lunch, or maybe thinking about next program after my presentation, or maybe about some afternoon stuff and so on. So that's the second rule about 20 seconds. And at the beginning of my presentation, I said that I'm lecturer more than a speaker. Maybe you noticed it. So I have a task for you now. And I would like to ask you, take your 2 minutes, next 2 minutes, and prepare this first two sentences of your pitch. You can, or please write it down. You can open some new document in your computer, or if you are more paper people, take the paper and pen, and you can write it down. Just these two sentences, and follow the 3 steps. We are your audience, so maybe your colleagues from your field of science. Your aim is just to introduce yourself and to set some nice atmosphere for the rest of our program, or for the rest of our day. And selection of information is logically just upon you. I can't tell you which information you should use. So please take these 2 minutes. I will wait, and then I'll say you what about it, or what will be the next step. Okay, time's out. Now take it and read it out loud, just for yourself, not to the microphone. Just for yourself, read it out loud, and do it. Okay. And now you can maybe hear that it can sound stupid or silly or funny or something unnatural or something like that. And it's absolutely normal, because when we are thinking about a written language, we are thinking in another language or different language than we are thinking about a spoken language. So now rewrite the words you don't like. Rewrite your pitch. Maybe you just need to change some word or the sentence order or something like that. Take a few seconds for it. And try to think in the spoken language instead of the written language. And now I would like to ask you to share it. Go to the Mentimeter, and you will see the box for your pitch. And don't be afraid. Try to share it with us. Who are you, and what are the first two sentences of your pitch? I hope you are not writing a novel there. It should be just 2 sentences. Okay, we have the first one. Honza. who will be the next? Nice, great. I can see you use a question in the first sentence of your pitch. It's great. It can be a question, or it can be something controversial to catch the attention of your audience. It really works great. Okay, okay. I'm not sure now if I should wait.
I would just give you 5 more minutes and then we should move.
Dobré ráno,
Yeah.
dopoledne.
Dobré ráno.
Ahoj, ahoj.
Tady seš tu venku, ahoj, já nic nevidím moc. Jo, vidím.
Jo, já tady musím si přenastavit zvuk a mikrofon. Mám to rozházený.
Dobrý den.
Dobrý dopoledne.
We have intruders in our presentation. Great. Okay, thank you all who share with us. As Božena said, I have more 3 minutes, and it's almost end of my presentation. But I would like to ask you to write down the most important information from my presentation for you. It can be really just one word. What was the most important for you from today? Okay, it seems nothing was important for you. Yeah, great. First Monday. Yeah, you just need the time because of the pitch interactive presentation. 10-20 seconds. Great. Great. Okay, I will take you more time and let it here. But I want to thank you for your attention, and I hope it was insightful in some way for you, or maybe you heard some new information about pitching, and you know how to think about it. Just have in mind that there are just 2 rules to be prepared, and to use the first 2 sentences, and 3 steps, which includes audience, your aim, and the information selection. Thank you all for your attention. Thank the voters and sharers, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Libor, for a very nice workshop. We would like to also note that here on SATEC we have soft skills seminars, which are about once a month on Fridays, and we hope to invite you or other presenters from your consultations company to have a longer workshop on the point of communication. So if someone here wants to hear more on how to present their results in in a cohesive and interesting way, then we will offer this opportunity also later this semester.